Hello everyone and welcome to another traveling knife review. The knife on the table in this episode here is the Elk Ridge Bowie knife. So the traveling knives have been making their way around the different channels and we're making friendships and strengthening the bonds of friendships. It's just a fun way for us to interact with one another, and I sure hope that you, the viewer, are enjoying these different reviews. So this particular knife here is the Bowie knife by Elk Ridge. And this particular series of reviews, traveling knife reviews, was started by Ray there at North Star Knife Reviews. So he's donated this knife to pass around to the different channels. And he's actually started a second one. He's donated a second knife for a traveling knife, and that is one of the Kershaw folders. And it's separately making its way around through the channels. So eventually I'll be getting that Kershaw knife to do a review on it. So, I'm going to set the knife aside for just a moment here because I have to show you, I have to share with you some of the great things. Now, the North Star Knife Reviews donated the knife, and the first channel it went to was John at J.O. Ventures Outdoors. So, John sent a whole bunch of swag, and it's really cool. We got this bag here, it says Swag for Tom. So, we open it up. And we've got a couple stickers here. We got Dead Nuts and we have Grumpy Grunt. So two really cool stickers right there. Thank you, John. And let's see what else we got in here. Look at this knife slip. If you're not familiar by now, John does wonderful leather work. He always says, well, you know, I'm still learning, and he's very modest about it, but he does some very excellent leather work. So thank you so much for this small pocket slip. I've got a knife in mind just for this slip right here. So thank you so much. I mean, the goodies just keep going on here. Look at this. The aircraft safety tag or ordnance tag. Look at that. He's got it stamped Knife Delights in there. Isn't that cool? Thank you so much. Wow, the blessings that I keep receiving. Look at that right there. All right. We're not finished yet. Well, I'm going to save this for the grand finale. He also sent a small utility knife here. And it says, one of my favorite light utility knives. Look at this. What is that? A Sheffield. And he is correct. That is a very light utility knife. I will certainly get a lot of use out of this. I like using utility knives a lot. Basically because you can always replace the blade. You don't have to worry about keeping them sharp. So thanks again. One more gift. Look at that. The gifts just keep on giving. And he also sent me this old timer knife. I have not opened it up. So let's open it up here and see what we got here. Looky there. What a nice knife. And this is the 18 OT. Very nice. Little liner lock here. Single blade. Looky right there. Looky there. He had the knife in mind for my pocket slip, didn't he? I really like some of these single bladed knives because they're slim, lightweight, go into the pocket easy, and now with a nice pocket slip it'll go in even better. So look at that knife. Thank you so much there, John. I really appreciate it. Okay, and what else do we got here? He sent his channel stickers, so there's a sticker for all the channels as the review gets passed amongst us. I do already have one of his stickers, but I think I'm going to keep one more. I like to have two of them, so I'm going to keep one of his stickers here and send the rest on. So just an awesome swag package. Thank you so much. Now, before we start the actual review, I do want to add here that John sent me a very nice letter. It says, "Dear Tom, I hope this note finds you well. Here's the next traveling knife, the Elk Ridge Bowie fixed blade. You really started a fun activity for the knife community. Thank you for getting us going with this excellent way to strengthen our relationships with each other." And it goes on and says some very nice complimentary things to me. And he just closes out here, blessings to you and your family. May the Elk Ridge Bowie knife travels continue. John, J.O. Ventures Outdoors. Well, the feelings are mutual there, John. Everybody's been participating. Everybody's been having a lot of fun. And I got to tell you, it's exciting to be able to participate in this traveling knife. Thanks again, Ray, North Star Knife Reviews, for getting this review traveling knife series going on this Bowie. Now, I did watch a video recently from a museum curator that had, I don't know how many examples of quote unquote Bowie knives from the 1830s and 40s, 50s on up. And the one thing that I learned is there's all kinds of different patterns out there that claim to be Bowie knives. So what is a Bowie knife to one person may not be to another. So we have to get that on the table right away. There's a lot of speculation on what his first knife actually looked like, and so on and such forth. I did learn one thing that according to this historian, the name of the blade shape, or clip point blade, came from the fact that it looked like the profile of a clipper ship. So that supposedly that's how the blade shape got its name. My first impressions when I got the box and unboxed it and I pulled this out, my first impression is, look at this beautiful sheath. Now this sheath was made by John. This is the original sheath. So the original sheath, if you were to purchase this knife in the store, this is what your sheath would look like. You know, it's an okay sheath. It's nothing to write home about, but it fulfills the basic function. It does have a nice, the elk logo button here. That's pretty nice looking. And of course they got their logo and Elk Ridge stamped on the front of the sheath. So just a basic belt knife sheath. But you can, again, here's another example of John's fine work. We've got a deer here that's, since elk are part of the deer community, it's very, very appropriate there. And it's on the backside also, and he's got this decorations. He has dyed it in green, and it looks absolutely beautiful. So there's the sheath. If anyone recalls, he made a sheath for my Buck 115, and there's this one, and these are both scout carry sheaths. I've never scout carried before, and I started carrying this scout carry, and it is very comfortable, and it's become one of my favorite ways to carry a fixed blade because they are very comfortable. So once I pulled the knife out of the sheath, you can see how snug that fits in there. Perfect. My first impression of the knife in and of itself is it's heavy. It's a heavy, sturdy knife. And it looks to have a pretty thick blade there. So let's just put this on the scale here real quick. Okay, I had to do a little bit of editing. I wasn't getting my scale to work right. Let's put this down here and just see what it weighs. So it comes in at 7.1 ounces. 7.1 ounces. So yeah, it's a heavy knife. Just holding it in hand, I've got average size hands, I guess you would say. Wear a large glove, maybe an extra large glove. But it fits in my hand just very well. It is grooved here, and then you've got this nice groove here right behind the guard, so you really can get up there and get a good full grip on it. The blade features a couple of fullers, so not just one, but two fullers. And then it has its emblem there, Elk Ridge. And then on this side, it says custom design stainless steel. ER052. ER052. I do not know what the blade steel is. It's stainless steel. It's a budget knife, so I'm sure it's one of the budget steels. So it has this very nice choil right here too. I kind of thought maybe one of the best ways to review this knife was to do some knife comparisons. And so I was trying to look at something that had a similar blade shape and blade length. So I got out the vaunted Buck 119 Special here. And of course it has the one fuller. But you can see the difference in the clip blades there. So on the Elk Ridge knife, the blade is wider here. And it has a deeper swedge right here. So that's kind of a comparison there of the blades. The Buck 119 has a little thicker blade steel, but still this is pretty thick. This is pretty heavy. So there's kind of a comparison there. Another way that I wanted to compare it was its weight. Now this is a full tang, so that is a solid piece of stainless steel there, and then it's got the stainless steel bolsters. I'm assuming that's stainless steel bolsters there. That kind of adds to the weight of the knife. So the only thing I could kind of come up with that was of a comparable size. This is the Buck Small Selkirk, and as you can see, it is a full tang knife also. And when you have them full tangs, why it does tend to make the knife a lot heavier. The small Selkirk here does not have the same handle material, and it's not the same blade shape. So a third way I thought I'd kind of compare it here was, this is the only knife that I have that's full tang and has the stainless steel bolsters there. And this is one of the little Ozark Trail knives you can get at Walmart. I think this was $4 or $5, so this really is a budget knife. I can't compare it as far as size and that, but I thought I could kind of compare the fit and finish of these wood scales. As you can see on this one here, the metal protrudes quite a bit right there. So this knife does not have the best fit and finish as far as the wood handles. And we look at this one here, and it's finished a lot better, although there is just a slight sticking up right there. It doesn't cause any uncomfortableness in the hand. It doesn't do anything for the the function of the knife. But I will say, this does have the wood grain to it. It's a much nicer cover material or handle material right there. So as far as aesthetics of the knife, I really like it. It's a nice looking knife. Well, to get this review wrapped up, we've been going on several minutes here, so I need to get it wrapped up. For a budget knife, I don't know where you could go wrong with this knife. Again, it's comfortable in the hand. It has this really nice choil. It is full tang, so it is sturdy. I'm a big fan of budget knives, as some of you may know, because they make a excellent backup knife that you can throw in your glove box or packing out with your gear. And it's also a nice knife for a beginning knife owner, especially those of the younger generation that they need to gain some experience. With the budget steel, they're typically easier to sharpen, so it gives them a good knife to practice sharpening on. So this is a handsome knife, it's a sturdy knife, and I just don't think you would go wrong. This is probably a $20 knife or maybe $25. I did not look up the price, but so for a budget knife, again, I don't think you could go wrong. Now the knife is going to go next to Eric at Wasted Beer Money. So Eric, I hope you have a lot of fun with this knife and reviewing it. And just to wrap it up here, everyone have a very delightful day. I'm so happy to be able to participate in this program. So take care, everyone.